so pleased to see such beautiful, familiar faces. We're so pleased that you came to share with us such a special moment. It's a moment, it's a culmination of at least 3 years of hard work by an individual here, which is preceding another 20-some-odd years of hard work with the children. The name of the book is My Goodness, My Kids, but what I'm holding in my left arm here is My Goodness. And truly that is, as some of you, all of you, most of you know, that Nest is short, the abbreviated name is Nest. And in Hebrew, the word Nest also means a miracle. So she is my miracle, and she's my good miracle. So, again, we're so pleased that you're here to share with us this special moment. And I would pass on the microphone to the star of the show to share with you a little more of the insights of her book.
I'm guessing that all of you here think that this book launch event is the celebration of the culmination of a tremendous effort, right?
Yeah.
And if that's what you think, you are absolutely mistaken. Because this book launch party today is the first step toward an ambition of mine that has been very, very important to me for a long time. I didn't know the depth or the breadth of my mission when I started writing My Goodness, My Kids. I just sat down to write a book, and basically that was out of despair because I was pained by the stories I was hearing, and we all heard, about children behaving badly and about criminals getting younger and younger, and about youth suicide rates rising higher and higher. And I felt that I wanted to play some small part in turning around what was a very discouraging downward trend. So at that time, way back then, I thought the best thing for me to do to confront the issue of youth violence was to commit my thoughts to written words. And I thought that the book I had in mind had a lot to offer to society, because first, I could encourage parents to focus first and foremost on honor, integrity, character, goodness, above and beyond all of the other things that we see parents focusing on today. Things like grades and college and talent and popularity and sports. So way back then, I decided to write my thoughts down into words. And at that time, I was perfectly happy for my journey to end right there with My Goodness, My Kids. And in fact, I settled down in this chair we have in our den. It's a big, cushy, pink sofa chair. And I settled in that chair, and my manuscript was done, and I was looking forward to some good old R&R. I wanted some rest and relaxation. But that never did happen, because I wasn't in that chair more than 5 minutes when the next revelation hit me, and I just responded with, "Oy vey, I'm not done yet." Because what good is writing a book if it's going to sit on a bookstore shelf waiting for somebody to notice its exterior design, which I think is beautiful? So I had to, at that point, listen to my intuition. And my intuition was telling me that I had more to do, that I had to now establish an interactive relationship with my readers. I had to stimulate discussion. I had to stir up group dynamics. And it told me that I had to write a whole bunch more goodness books. So again, oy vey. In fact, I think you could say it was double, triple, quadruple oy vey for me at that point, because I could see I have a lot more to do. But I am in the habit of following my intuition, thank you, Myra. And my intuition was telling me that I had to now start a national goodness group. And there are several parts involved with forming a goodness group. I got myself out of that chair, I pulled myself out of that comfortable chair, and I went directly to my computer, and I started to scratch out the next few phases of my plan. And here they are. To establish a national network of my goodness groups for parents and children can discuss with each other scenario-based, ethics-based questions in small groups or at home. And I will be demonstrating this for you at 3:30 because I have a very courageous volunteer named Ryan.
You're making me blush.
That's okay. He's helping me out. He's been such a good friend today. And we'll be demonstrating how this works at about 3:30. Next, my messenger, my lightning bolt, told me that I had to write a book or create a book that was going to be filled with these age-appropriate, scenario-based, values-based questions that, again, parents could discuss with their children at home or in this series of groups. The next thing I was directed to do was to create a book called Your Goodness, Your Kids. And that book would be comprised of stories that other parents would submit to me with lessons they've learned about how they instill goodness in their children so they could share that wisdom with all of us. The next stage is to award certificates to children who display honorable behavior. Everybody has a bumper sticker for Student of the Month, and I think when they display honorable behavior, they need something, an award that they can put on a wall and be proud of and reinforce that that's very beneficial to them, their families, and society. And finally, I decided we're going to hold a national competition, a city competition, a Good Kids City of the Year competition, and we would celebrate the city that had the most goodness kids, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. So I haven't been resting in my pink chair as much as I wanted to, and I want desperately to teach parents that there are many, many character-building opportunities that happen within our families every single day. And I'm hoping that I can inspire parents to recognize those opportunities and act on them to build good character in their children. And I'm hoping that this will affect us in a variety of ways. All of these things I've just mentioned are in the works as we speak. And as you can see, My Goodness, My Kids is just a first step for me, and I have many, many more steps to take. And if you're interested and you think it is worthy, I humbly invite you to take them with me, because the world is going to benefit so much more from good kids than it will from another Harvard graduate or another professional sports figure. We need to learn as adults that the decisions our children make affect all of us. They affect us in our homes. They affect us in the schools. They affect us in our neighborhoods and in our society. And the world will be a better, kinder, safer place